Hey everyone! Today I want to talk to you about one of my favorite lenses. This little guy right here. Can you see it? Is it upside down? It's upside down. But it's alright. This is the Canon 50mm. And this is an EF lens. This is for crop sensor cameras. Yeah, I'm still learning. If I'm wrong, tell me. And I gotta tell you, I love this lens. I use this lens almost as much as I use my 10-18 that I'm shooting on right now. And I just wanted to tell you guys that if you're a beginning photographer, or you're just beginning to make videos and things like that, find you one of these lenses. It's made me think about the way I do pictures, because it's a prime lens. There's no zooming. There's nothing fancy about it. No image stabilization, just autofocus, and that's it. Now, I have a 200D. It's the Rebel SL2 back in the real world. And what you have to remember is that this is not an actual 50mm lens on that camera. It comes out to somewhere in close to 80 something here, because it's a 1.6 times crop. So you're not really, get the old, here, let me see if I can do this right. It's about an 80mm lens. So keep that in mind when you're using this. It's not actually 50, it's closer to 80 because of the crop. So what's good about this lens? What's good about this lens is, like I said earlier, it makes you think about the picture, about the composition, about where you're going to stand, how you're going to hold your camera, what do you want in frame, what don't you want in frame, the distance from you to your subject or model, and how it's gonna come out. Like, I've learned a lot about this depth of field, where you get your subject really sharp and your background is nice and blown out. And right now I'm going to show you a picture of my favorite model, Sophia. And in this picture, this is where I was trying to figure out, my composition. And by trying to work on my composition, I actually got a pretty decent blurred background. It's not a full frame blurred out background, where you can't even tell where you are, but it's not bad. I don't know, what do you guys think? Also, that same day, when I was messing with this lens, I decided to make a time lapse. I'm gonna take a second to show you my time lapse right now. And it worked good. It worked fine. What I wanted to be blurred out was blurred out, and what I wanted to stay in focus, the distance, was there. It worked perfectly. Now, many of you know that my kids have a music channel, and that we make our own videos. We, other than the Nothing Else Matters video, we record everything at home too. So the last two videos, which was Sophia singing I Don't Know My Name from Grace Vanderwall, and La Vie en Rose from How I Met Your Mother. It's not from how, but she covered that version of it. And we shot that right here in the living room with my 200D and this little lens right here. And as you can see, not too bad. I'll leave some links below if you guys want to look at the full video. It was a lot of fun. And the lens worked perfectly. For any little things you find in there, it's not the lens, it's me. So, the good. Let's go over the good again. What's good about it? It's a prime lens, which I'm starting to really like this prime lens. I see a lot of value to them. I see a lot of good in using them. It opens up all the way to 1.8, and a lot of you may not think that's a lot, but considering I bought this lens used at a camera shop for about 50 bucks. This was like a year ago. And it's an old lens. It's like the second generation. Anybody know what the latest generation is out for this lens? I'll look it up. And right here. It'll be right here somewhere. If I find it. If not, there's nothing there. And for the money, perfect. It's light. You put it on there, it looks kind of funny because it looks like you don't have anything on the front of your camera, really. Even on my camera, it's a small camera. What else do I like about it? Man, there's so much to talk about. When you're manual focusing it and you get it right, which I've missed quite a bit, but I'm getting better. The pictures come out ridiculously sharp, and this is an old lens. This was used, Okay, the glass up front, it's still in pretty good condition, I can't say if the film has been rubbed off or anything like that, but there's no big scratches, no nothing, Open up the back, yeah, no, nothing. It's like if it was brand new. So look into used lenses. It's not such a bad thing. Okay, now I talked about the good. I'll probably forget what I said and talk about it again later, but it's okay. This is how we do it. What's bad about the lens? Okay, what's bad about the lens? The autofocus on this, it's not the greatest. It's an older generation, I'm guessing, but it hunts around a lot, and then it's loud. The lens can be a little loud. If you're trying to record, listen, put it next to my Rode. I'll put it up here next to the other Rode. Yeah, I'm shooting on 2 Rode mics. Big bucks. Not really. It's loud, I over-exaggerated that a little bit, but I wanted to show you that it can be loud. And if you're shooting a video, you can hear the motor, and you can see it hunting and moving back and forth in the video. Now, with the bad, you have to, you're going to criticize it. What can you do better? Little switch right there. Put it on manual focus. Manual focus it. You got the little ring right here up in front, so you can see. And just take your time and spend the time to sit there and look at it. And on my camera, I figured out I can zoom in a little bit on the little screen, and I can really get that focus where I want it. And like I said, sometimes I hit it right, and sometimes I miss by a little bit, but it's not that bad. You can watch Sophie's videos, or you can go on my channel. Nah, it's not on there yet, but I'll put it on there just so you guys can see it. My time lapse of the city, and you can take a look, and you can see with Sophie's picture, that was on autofocus. And I learned, this is what I learned, in case you guys, the closer you are to your subject and the further your subject is from the background, the better the bokeh. Right? So let me know if I'm right, let me know if I'm wrong. Let me know your thoughts on that, because that's what I figured out so far. But I'm still learning, I was able to, in the video, here's the tricky thing. In the video, when I was doing Sophia's ukulele video, I don't know my name. She was changing outfits, and we had a background and Christmas lights, LEDs and stuff set up. When I was doing a full shot of Sophia, it wasn't even a complete full shot. It was pretty much waist up, or somewhere around there. I have to watch the video again. The background wasn't as blurred as I would have liked it to have been, but because of the distance from me to her. And I manual focused it, so there's no hunting, there's no nothing, And then my next shot, I got a little bit closer to get her face in frame, you know, a close up of her face singing, or when she's singing, you know, her face singing. Yeah. But if you pay attention to the background, you can see that I got a lot more blur out of it. You know, you get those LED lights that started to make little globes, you know, and it worked out great. So, is there anything bad? Yeah, the motors, you know, the autofocus. Can it be fixed? Yeah, absolutely. Manual focus it. Anything else I don't like about it? Not really. You know, a lot of people will say, it's a prime lens, you can't zoom, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, okay, good. Just move yourself. You're the zoom, you know. Get closer, get farther back. This is not for wildlife photography, you know. Or taking pictures, you know, 300 meters away. This is up close and personal. So, use it for what it's for. Of course, you can't use it to take pictures, but come on. So, in conclusion, I'm not going to tell you to go out and buy it because I don't know if you have the money to go out and buy a lens. But as a beginner, somebody who's learning, I would highly recommend it. The second you get a chance to spend money on a lens, go with the 50. Try it out. If you want something closer to a 50 with a crop sensor, then you got to do the math. It comes out to, is it the 20? 24? That little pancake looking thing? It's about half the width of this. You could try that too. I might try that. If I can find one used in good condition, why not? I'll give it a chance. So, if you're wondering where I got it, I got this one at Photomax in Nuremberg, because that's where we are right now. And, you know, maybe one day we'll get back to the real world. But Photomax in Nuremberg, it's you can look it up on the internet. But if you go out of the back door of the main train station, you follow that main street down, it takes you right there. And they have all kinds of stuff there. They're great, you know. They're not, you know, I have 20-something subscribers. They're not paying me to say anything, but I really like the store, and that's where I got this lens. And I like it. I'm happy with it. So I got my tripod. I got a whole bunch of stuff there. So anything else? I can't really think of anything else. I mean, such a good lens. You can't say anything bad about it. So it's a really popular lens, and if you go on YouTube and you search for Canon 50 millimeter, whatever, you're not gonna really find a bad review of this lens. I mean, they really did their homework on this. They really did a great job. So that's all I got for now. Stay tuned, because I'm gonna start making more videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.